Welcome, kindergarten. This is week 10, lesson 49.
Hi, here are some things that you should be doing every single day to strengthen your literacy skills. Make sure you watch the alphabet chant video every day. Read your decodable reader for the week. Practice your high-frequency word list. Make sure you're reading 20 minutes a day and completing a reading log entry. We also want to make sure that you're practicing your handwriting skills. With a sheet of paper, practice your letters from A to Z, writing your high-frequency words, CBC words, and also writing short and simple sentences. Try to do this every day.
Hi friends, my name is Miss White. I'm so excited that you chose to join me for today's lesson. In today's lesson, we'll be doing a lot of reading and writing, so I hope that you have a pencil and a piece of paper near you. Are you ready? Great, let's get started. Sit down and come together, together, together. Sit down and come together, together right now. It's time to practice sounds and blend them together. Let's practice our high-frequency words and write them down. It's time to practice our high-frequency words. We've been doing a lot of practice all week with reading these words, and now we'll be using the words to help us write sentences. Before we get started with that, let's practice reading them again. What's this word? She. Great job. What about this one? Her. Way to go. And this one? Like. High five. You did a great job reading your high frequency words. Now it's time for us to think of a sentence. I think today I will use the word she. And I think my sentence will be, she had fun. My sentence only has 3 words today, so this will be super fast for me to write. So let's get started. I'm going to remember that my sentence needs a capital letter, and my first word is she. So I'm going to make a capital S, and if I forget how to spell the word she, it's on the board. So I can just copy down those letters, S, H, E, she. Now remember, in between each word, we always make sure we put a finger space. My next word is had. I can tap that word out to help me spell it. Ad. And now I'm going to write the letters that make those sounds. A. D. Had. And I'm going to put a finger space before my last word, fun. I can tap that one out too if I forgot how to spell it. Fun. Now I'm going to write the letters that make those sounds. And I'm going to put a period at the end of my sentence to show that I'm finished with my thought. Okay, let's read this sentence together. Ready? She had fun. High five. Great job helping me write this sentence and read it too. Now it's your turn. I want you to choose 1 or 2 or maybe all 3 words from the screen and think of a sentence for them. After you think of your sentence, I want you to write your sentence down. Don't forget to use your capital letters, finger spaces, choose 1 or more of the high frequency words, and don't forget to include your punctuation at the end, which is a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. Now it's time for our sound drill. We've been doing a lot of practice with our bossy R vowel sounds. That's when the R bosses the vowel around in front of it to make it say a special sound. Look at the letters in this box. These 2 letters work together to say R, as in car. What's the sound? R. Say the sound with me. R. Great job. Now you say the sound on your own in your best pirate voice. R. Good job. So when you see these 2 letters, what sound are you going to say? R. Great work. Now let's practice taking turns saying this sound. I'll start. R. Excellent job reading this sound. Now let's see which sound is next. These 2 letters work together to make the sound as in fern. What's the sound? Say the sound with me. Now you say the sound on your own. Excellent work. When you see these two letters, what sound are you going to say? Great job. Now, let's take turns practicing the sound. You start. What's the sound? Excellent work. High five. Let's practice another sound. These two letters work together to say also, but this time they're like in bird. What's the sound? Say the sound with me. Now, you say the sound on your own. Great job reading this sound. So when you see these two letters together, what are you going to say? Excellent job. Let's take turns practicing the sound. I'll start. High five. Excellent job practicing this sound. We have one more, so let's go. These two letters work together to say or, as in four. You're right, that's just like the high frequency word that we practiced a few weeks ago. So what's the sound? Or. Say the sound with me. Or. Now you say the sound on your own. Or. Excellent job. So when you see these two letters, what sound will you say? Or. Awesome job. Let's take turns practicing this sound too. You start. What's the sound? Or. Excellent work. High five. You did an awesome job practicing this sound. Now it's time for our independent reading. In just a second, I want you to pause the video and take some time to read our decodable, the Jazz Trio, on your own. Remember, you're going to read this decodable 2 times, put a dot under words that you're having a hard time reading, and circle the high frequency words will, what, and, said, and has. Go ahead and take some time now to pause this video and come back when you're ready. We can say a new word by changing one sound, replace with turning sound into round. We can change sounds at the beginning, the middle, or end, then say our new word, remember to blend. Our learning targets for this part of our lesson are: I can add or change a sound in a spoken word to make a new word. I can segment a word into its beginning, middle, and ending sounds. And I can change the initial or final sound in a spoken word to say the new word. So today we're going to be adding a sound or changing a sound in a spoken word or a word that we say to help us make new words. We're also going to segment or break apart a word into its beginning, middle, and ending sounds. Last, we're going to make sure that we change the initial or the beginning or the final or ending sound in a spoken word or a word that we say to help us say our new word. Our transition song told us that we can make a new word just by changing one sound. So that's what we'll be doing in this activity. We'll change one letter sound to help us make a new word. But we'll also be making words with the bossy R vowel sounds. Bossy R changes 3 letters to make the same sound. So I want you to pay attention to the sounds that we're changing, even though we'll be changing letters too. So let's start with the word fern. Say that word with me. Fern. Good job. Let's segment fern into its beginning, middle, and ending sounds. Ready? Fern. High five. Excellent work. Now let's segment fern into its beginning sound and ending chunk. Earn. Your turn. Earn. Excellent work. Now let's take a closer look at the word fern. What vowel do you see in the word fern? Good. I see the vowel E. Now let's take a look next to this vowel E, and what letter do you see next to it? Good. I see the letter R. Now, what's my vowel sound in the word fern? Excellent work. So E and R work together to make the sound in fern. So bossy R will boss E around to make the sound. Now let's make a new word. I'm going to change the sound to B and the letter E to U. So let's practice saying this word. The only sound that changed is the beginning. B, earn, burn. High five, excellent work. So let's look at this new word. What's the vowel that we see in the word burn? Good, I see the vowel U. And what letter is next to the vowel U? Good, the letter R is next to the vowel U. But what's our vowel sound in burn still? Excellent work. So bossy R bosses the letters E and U around to make the sound. Good job. Now remember, at the beginning I told you bossy R changes 3 letters to make the same sound. So we're going to change one more letter and another sound in this word. I'm going to change the N sound in burn to D. And I'm going to change the letter U to the letter I. So let's look at our new word. Bird. Bird. High five. Great job blending those sounds together. Now let's look at the word bird. What's the vowel sound? What's the vowel that we see in this word? The vowel I. Good job. And what letter is next to the vowel I? Good. We see this bossy R again. Now, what's our vowel sound in the word bird? Excellent work. So, bossy R bosses around the letters E, U, and I to make them say the sound. High five. Great job being sound and word detectives to help you figure out what letters bossy R changes to help make the same sound. Now, let's practice chaining with our bossy R vowel sounds. Now let's use some letters to make a word like can. Replace the C with the letter D, and now we have Dan. We can do it at the beginning, the middle, or end. Then we'll read the new word, remember to blend. Our learning target for this activity is, I can read and spell one-syllable words using what I know about letters and sounds. We're going to be using letters and sound boards to help us make and read new words. Let's take a look at our soundboard for this week. What do you notice? Good, our soundboard only has 3 boxes this week. There's no magic E at the end. So that means every letter that we write, we're going to hear sounds for. So let's start with the word horn. What's our word? Horn. Great job. Let's tap out the sounds that we hear in the word horn. Or horn. Good. Now, who can remind me, why do we have 3 boxes in our soundboard? Good, we have 1 box for each sound in our words. And how many sounds did we hear in the word horn? 3. Great job. So that means I can tap each box and say what sound is supposed to go there. Do that with me. Or, horn. Now that I know what sound goes in each box, I can write the letters that make those sounds. So let's get started. Our first sound is excellent work. And we know that the sound is made with the letter H. I'm going to write an H in my first box. Now, what's my middle sound? Or. Great job. So our vowel sound in this word is an R-controlled vowel. How many letters are going to represent the middle sound in my word? 2. Great job. So we know that we'll need an R. And what vowel does R boss around to make the OR sound? Good job, the vowel O. So OR makes our OR sound in the middle of horn. Now, what's our last sound? Great job. And that's made by what letter? N. Excellent work. Now, I hope that you were writing your words too, but if not, you can go ahead and pause the video and write your word. Does your word look like mine? Great. Let's stretch out the sounds or tap the sounds that we see in each box to help us read this word. Ready? Or, horn. High five. Great job writing and reading the word horn. Now, I want to change the sound in my word horn to a k sound. So, will I be changing the beginning, the middle, or ending sound? Good. I'll be changing the beginning sound. We hear the sound at the beginning. So remember, when we make new words, we don't have to erase the whole word. We can just erase one letter. Now, what letter will I put here instead? C. Excellent work, because C makes the k sound. I hope that you did the same. Does your word look like mine? If not, you can go ahead and pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, let's tap out the sounds that are in this word. K, or, corn. High five. Great job reading this word. Now, this time, I want to change the N sound in corn to a K. So will I change the beginning, the middle, or end? Good. I hear the N sound at the end of my word. So I'm going to erase this N and change it with the K sound made with the letter K. Does your word look like mine? Great. Let's tap these sounds. K, or, k. Cork. High five. Excellent work. Now, this time, instead of changing the k sound at the end, I want to change the k sound at the beginning to a p. What letter will I change that to? P. Excellent work. So now my beginning sound is going to have p made by the letter P. If you need more time, remember you can always pause the video and come back when you're ready. Let's tap the sounds that we see here to help us read our new word. P, or, k. Pork. Pork. High five. Great job reading this new word. Now, I have a super challenge for you. Are you ready? Oh, I know you are. Don't worry about it. I want to change the or sound in my word to R. Think back to the beginning of our lesson. So we're going to change our bossy R vowel sound. But instead of OR, what letter does R boss around to make the R sound? AR. Excellent work. So our R is going to stay the same, but I'm going to erase my O and change it to an A for the R sound. If you need more time, go ahead and pause your video, but your word should have P-A-R-K. Okay, are you ready to read this new word? Remember, our new vowel sound is R. Let's tap out these sounds. Ark. Park. Park. Excellent work. High five. I knew I couldn't trick you. You did such a great job. Now this time I want to change the P in park to a D. Good. So I'm going to change my beginning sound. And I'm going to change it from a P to what letter? D. Excellent work. Okay, now that our words look the same, let's tap out the sounds that we see in this word. D. Ark. D. Ark. Dark. Excellent job reading the word dark. Now this time I want to change the K sound to a T Will I change the beginning, the middle, or the end? The end. Great job. So I'm going to erase my K. And what letter makes the T sound that I'm looking for in my new word? T. Excellent work. So erase your K and write the letter T. Now let's tap out the sounds that we see in this word. Ready? D. Art. Dart. High five. You are doing a great job of changing these words and reading the new ones. And I love how you're tapping each box for the sound that each letter makes. Okay, now this time I want to change the D in dart to a P. Will I change the beginning, the middle, or the ending sound? Good, I hear the D sound at the beginning of my word. So I'm going to erase the D and I'm going to put the P sound. What letter says P? P. Great work. So erase your D and write the letter P at the beginning of your new word. Okay, let's tap out the sounds that we see here. P. Art. Part. Excellent work. Now I have one last challenge for you. This time, instead of AR, I'm going to change my A to an E in my new word. We practiced ER at the beginning of our lesson. So what does R boss E to say? Excellent work. So let's tap out the sounds that we see in this word. Ert. Pert. High five. You did an awesome job reading these words and changing one letter in these words to help you make new ones. Let's see what we'll do next. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to practice what we learned. It's time to go to work. Today's activity can be found on pages 169 and 170 in your distance learning pack. Those are the pages for week 10, lesson 49. Pages 169 and 170 should look just like this. We're going to get a little extra practice today with our interactive writing. So if you didn't do it yesterday, you're going to unscramble these sentences and write them on your own. Then you're going to practice sorting your bossy R words. So you're going to read the word like fern and then write the word under its bossy R vowel. So I see ER in the word fern, so I will write fern under the ER column. After you've sorted all of your words, choose 3 words to draw a picture of at the bottom. And don't forget to put labels on them. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Can you believe it? I know that went by so fast. I want to give you a huge round of applause because this is your last chaining lesson of kindergarten. You did an awesome job. Give me 2 high fives. I'm so proud of you for all of your hard work for the past 10 weeks, and you all have done excellent work. Now, I have one last question before we go today. What did you do today that is helping you become a more proficient or a better reader and writer? Just shout it out. Good, we practiced our high frequency words. We practiced writing sentences with those words. Excellent work. Good, we practiced changing sounds in words. We learned our bossy R vowel sounds. Good. Great, and we practiced chaining today. High five, you did an excellent, excellent job. I am so proud of you, and I am so happy that you've allowed me to be your teacher for this time. I am so excited to see all of the great work that you'll do in first grade, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.